In the previous video, I discussed the real meaning of phobia and what it feels like to have a phobia, along with an overview of different types of common phobias with their meanings. Well, hi there. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr Nachi Sinha, and in today's video, we are going to talk about the fear of losing loved ones. Stay connected till the end, and hopefully this video will help you analyze your fear of losing loved ones. So without further ado, let's start. When we love someone, we don't want to lose them or to even take any risk of losing them in any way. Even though the feeling that we might lose someone we love is very common. We might all feel it in our lives at some point. It is important to note that fear is a natural and understandable response. Yet at the same time, one does need to understand that how one reacts to fear of losing loved ones has an impact on their day-to-day life. There are always high chances that we might not follow through with something, even if everything appears to be okay. It is natural for us to be anxious about the well-being of someone we care about. And it is also normal or natural for somebody to be anxious about their loved ones. The fear of losing loved ones. Losing people we love can be very frightening. In childhood, losing a favorite toy was nothing less than devastating. And as a teenager, losing a treasured and trusted friend probably changed the way one looked at life. In adulthood, it is typically very challenging to lose a loved one. This fear is real. It's one of the hardest things to carry on within life. But for some people, these issues can develop into additional abnormal feelings of fear and stress. The anxiety of losing somebody we love is called thanatophobia. One more significance of thanatophobia is the feeling of fear towards death, or at least when somebody fears passing or that their loved ones are going to die. The Greek word thanto means death. The symptoms of this fear. If you wind up pushing your loved ones away or neglecting to develop connections because you fear the worst possible outcome, your fear has potentially grown problematic here. If you cannot connect with them because you already have become sort of afraid of how much it will hurt you if they pass away or leave, then you might have to address this fear of loss. Moreover, if you're encouraging these feelings of fear, as well as a psychological well-being condition, for example, sorrow or tension, then at that point your feeling of fear towards death and misfortune is essentially influencing your emotional well-being. If that is the case, please look for some professional help to overcome such fear. If you find yourself avoiding affection and closeness, then you might have to inspect your relationship with loss. Evasion is seldom a solid way of behaving, and keeping away from closeness and companionship, love and sentiments can make you pass up a fundamental human experience. Although missing out on this experience may not seem like a big deal, but never experiencing deep love could result in a number of significant negative consequences, including those in the realm of physical health. People with long-term partners consistently demonstrate greater health than those who live or die alone. This doesn't mean that you need to be around people 24 hours, 7 days a week. This is only an example to illustrate the very real importance of social relationships, however you choose to have them. How to overcome the fear of losing someone. If you already have encountered this fear and you know that it's eventually taking over your thoughts, your mind, and your very day-to-day existence, then there are some ways that you can overcome the fear of losing your loved ones. Focus on the present. Rather than fearing what will happen in the future, enjoy your present and live in the present. Find happiness in the present moments that you have with your friends and family. Focusing on an unfortunate future just makes the present more hopeless. Enjoying the present with your cherished and loved ones will have an enormous impact on your emotional wellness and will prove that unnecessary fear only brings misery. So focusing on the present will help you remove your attention from the negative thoughts of the future. Next, accept the reality of death. Death can happen to anybody without a warning. However, what is frightening to contemplate is the reality. Regardless of how we manage our lives, we and our loved ones will bite the dust eventually. One of the most incredible ways of conquering your feelings of fear is to embrace the truth. Figure out how to bury the hatchet, so to speak, with the way that you will lose a loved one someday, and that this is a normal process for everybody on the planet. The more you accept the reality of death, the more quickly you will be able to overcome the fear of losing a loved one. Next, seek professional help. If these thoughts and fears are taking control of your life, having an impact on your daily existence, then it is ideal to converse with somebody about them. Feelings of fear towards losing loved ones generally have deeper roots, like separation anxiety or loss of control. Talking with an expert about these feelings of fear and the potential causes might assist you with releasing them as well as tracking down ways of looking at the future with optimism. In case you have lost someone at this point and it's devastating for you, then you need to shift your focus towards letting yourself grieve. Take time healing, because it doesn't happen overnight. You have to allow yourself to feel, because we are all humans, and we do have an overwhelming sense of fear and loss. Remember, the fear of losing loved ones does not make you flawed or broken. It means that you are invested in a relationship that you don't want to live without them. But life has to go on, and so will the people. Some things are temporary, so the acceptance of reality becomes important. What breaks you also helps you to grow, so every experience in life should be cherished. Every bond with your loved ones is precious, so enjoy it to the fullest. With that said, the fear of losing a loved one is real, but so is your power of overcoming it. Just take a deep breath and embrace the truth of life and death. In my next video, I will discuss one of the most crucial fears of change in life circumstances. In the meantime, reach out for help if you notice things are different in your life. It does make a difference. So see you in my next video. Until then, take care and look after yourself. Thank you.